This video is titled, Isn't Radio Old Media? Many people have this question when engaging in conversation, exploring different ways to be able to promote and market their business. I'd like to be able to share with you some facts and information that were not prepared by myself. These were prepared by the Radio Advertising Bureau, a third-party neutral agency. Every morning, millions of Americans are awakened by radio. They set their alarm clock to radio as they're driving to their place of employment, as they're driving from appointment to appointment, or they're commuting on a train, or just walking from point A to point B, or at their place of employment, even when they're not supposed to be listening to radio. Many people are still listening to radio. They're tuning in. When people are working out, when they're mobile, when they're out running, working out, exercising, in their leisure time, people are tuned into radio. Every week, radio reaches approximately 90% of those people that are thinking about buying a home. That's a huge statistic to be able to grab onto. 78% of consumers, people that are actually in our economy consuming, buying things, are tuned into radio while they're listening in their car. Radio reaches customers year-round. It doesn't really matter what time of year. You can see these numbers really don't fluctuate that much depending upon the type of year when people are listening to the radio. When you compare radio to other mediums such as cable, broadcast television, the internet, or newspapers, radio is still the second and in many times the third, but it's always in the top 3 media outlet channels that a business or a professional can use to be able to grow and expand their business. Last year, radio retained 92% of its listeners. Radio reaches consumers everywhere, at home, in their car, and in their workplace. Radio never stops, ever, working. Even at midnight to 6 o'clock in the morning, it's still getting a certain amount of market share. But most of the people that we place on air, we're placed between the 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. time span where we're going to get the maximum amount of listenership. In addition to that, radio has great retention, meaning as we're transitioning into breaks, 92% of the people that are listening to radio stay locked into that channel as they transition from the commercials back into the actual programming content. 27% of adults have initiated an online search as a result of the radio. See, it's not a matter of one over the other. It's a matter of them all working together in a harmonious fashion to be able to extend your brand, to be able to get the consumer's attention, to be able to get you the results that you're looking for. 70 million consumers tune into radio online. By the way, we've completely integrated all the different marketing platforms as well as internet on the radio, as well as internet through the radio waves, the airwaves. See, it's not, again, one over the other. Internet radio, we call pretend radio, because it as a standalone is really not that effective. You need to be able to have traditional radio in order to be able to get the maximum result you're looking for. Now, if you look at this little chart here, I love this. Again, we didn't create this. This is created from the Nielsen people. 95% of people that are out there tuning in to television listen to the radio as well. 77% listen to broadcast radio. 64% are listening to some form of the web or internet radio. 35% are using the print medium of a newspaper to be able to go to a radio station to be able to tune in for information. And 27% of magazine advertisements have the traction that we're looking for. Now we're going to get a little bit into market segments. 93% of African Americans tune in to radio every week. 95% of Hispanics tune in to radio every week. 95% of those households that have an income of $75,000 or more tune into radio each and every week. Okay, this little drill that I like to be able to conduct during my seminars, I throw all these logos up there: Farmers, State Farm, Allstate, Fidelity, Ameriprise, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Yahoo. Let's look at these last ones. Microsoft, Google, Yahoo, and Apple. All really strong technology-based companies. What do all of these iconic businesses have in common? Yep, you guessed it. They're all advertising on the radio. We've partnered with Citadel Broadcasting Network, Clear Channel, as well as Salem Communication to be able to bring to professionals the Real Estate Radio Network to be able to help you grow and expand your business, to be able to help you capture and seize authoritative marketing positioning to be able to grow and expand your business. If you'd like to be able to have a one-on-one conversation to be able to discover more of the opportunities radio can present for your business, please be sure to email me, ron@realestateradio.us. Again, ron@realestateradio.us. And just simply put in the subject line, radio show. What I'm going to do, if you haven't done so ahead of time, is I'm going to ask you to complete the questionnaire, because I do not have a conversation with anybody unless they've taken the first step to be able to complete the questionnaire. I want to know what's important to you, what it is that you want to accomplish as a result of being on the radio, and how we could help you grow and expand your business. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to preview this video. Hopefully we could be of service to you, have you join our network. Thank you.